Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. I am Lynn with Plasma Energy Solution, and I've got a very special guest today. This is our favorite daughter, Stephanie.
Hello everyone, I'm their only daughter.
Right. Busted.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Well, so I've missed having a sidekick, and Steph stepped up to the plate and said, let's do some videos together. So you're going to see us in a few videos in the coming weeks. And so today we want to talk about the Plasma Energy Station.
Right.
Okay. And that is the very first thing that Dr. Paul and I did, and it's probably got about right around 500 different energies in it, of herbs, minerals, vitamins, South American plants, supplements, foods, and the basic GANs of the copper, the CO2, the zinc, the CH3, the calcium, B9 salts. There's a lot in there. So I have a question for Steph. What'd you think when you first heard about the plasma energy?
Well, I can tell you that I thought it was crazy, and I thought, oh, okay, what are mom and dad up to now? So in over the past few years, I've given it a fair shake, and I would say that it is a very viable health and vitality option. That's what I have to say.
Okay. And you used it with all the family members?
With all the family members, yes. I have my husband and my two daughters, two stepkids, and my dog. And my dog has seen great benefits as well. We've all seen great benefits. One thing that I've noticed is that I do not have to take all of the supplements that I once took. So that in and of itself creates a very good long-term savings when you look at the grand scheme of what you're spending on your health.
Okay, well, thank you, Steph. And what I'll let you know is generally when we send the Plasma Energy Station vials out, they come packaged like this, and there are 16 glass vials that are this size. Now, what I'm announcing today is I have some of these ready to go, and they are going to be the last 16 vial packages that are sent out.
Do you know how many you have?
I would say about 2 dozen.
Okay.
Yeah. So when they're gone, they're gone. Now, what we're going to do in the winter time, we have sent these out. And basically there's 4 plastic vials that contain all the energies of the 16 glass vials. So for instance, number 1 has the energies that are on a list that I give you of vials 1 through 4. Number 2 has 5 through 8. Number 3 has 9 through 12, and number 4 has 13 through 16.
And you send them out in plastic in the wintertime
because everything that originates here has the potential to freeze and break. And when I tested these, I froze them. When they were frozen solid, I took them out, I threw them on the floor, and nothing broke.
Perfect.
That to me qualified that this will work. Now, if I'm sending this out of the country, this is the way you receive the plasma energy. And it's going to be in the form of a pair of patches, and one will be thicker than the other. And you're going to take those patches and put them on either side of your container. Now, this is obviously is a very small container, but you get the idea of how you're going to utilize these. Once you get these set up, if you want to take some of your water that you have charged overnight, you can then put it in vials if that's the way you want to share it with other family members and friends. And for instance, you could take one vial, you could even take a vial this size, or you could take a vial this size. And as you notice, I have something in the bottom here. And that vial is changing the water with the energy that's in the vial.
And so the vial in the water just needs to be clear, right?
Yes.
The vial. So
yes.
you need to use clear plastic or clear glass.
Correct. Correct. And many of you have asked, can you use an opaque, such as a metal container, a crockery container? No. Please don't.
Or
Now-
what about even like opaque plastic like this?
When you can see inside, this is translucent. This is okay. And I'll show you, like I have a
See, and
lot.
I have my
Uh-huh.
vial in there.
And I have something here that's a concoction that I have with 2 vials in the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, but you can see inside, and that's where here's an opaque container. You cannot see inside of it. Okay, so that's the distinction I want to make. When you set up your plasma energy station for the first time, I usually let it sit overnight, so that's figure about 12 hours. But once you're using your station, and obviously it's going to be much bigger than this, when the water goes down about a third, just add more filtered or distilled water, or if you have a high quality spring nearby or high quality well water, you can use those. If your water ever gets funky and you're using well water or spring water, then I'm going to say that's probably the source of your issue. Also, always put a lid on it. I've had people who decided it needed to breathe. Well, what happens is there are always spores in the air around us, and some people have gotten algae in the bottom of their plasma energy station when they didn't put the lid on.
Right. Now, can you clarify for me with the patches, as long as those are affixed to whatever container you're using, that works in lieu of a vial?
Yes.
Okay. I just think it's important to be clear for everyone that
Right.
that is a different option, that you don't need to have the vial in the container. The patches are the same.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I will let you know, I had a family overseas that did not get their delivery, and they didn't know what they were going to do, and I said, I know what I'm going to do. I soaked printer paper with the plasma energy station water, and I sent it to them that way with instructions. Once you get your paper, fold it up and then encase it in plastic. So instead of looking at the thicker paper towels, theirs would have been plastic covered printer paper.
Okay.
And I heard from them several months later when they wanted to order something else. They said, we love the water, and by the way, on our new order, would you please send printer paper? Mm-hmm. So,
Okay, good.
and Dr. Paul always made the point that any size works. Now here's a little kind of mini size. It's still going to work. Let's say you had a main size and you wanted to just do a take to work size. Well, there you go. Mm-hmm. Or if you're going to mail some and you don't want to mail something that's really bulky, make a little set. Mm-hmm. It's still going to work. Mm-hmm. And Dr. Paul discovered this when he did the Band-Aids, and that's not my Band-Aid package, so I won't show you the rest of that. But the plasma energy worked fine just soaking the gauze on Band-Aids.
Okay.
So,
I think we're about ready to wrap this video up, but what I want to say something, if that's
Sure.
okay. One thing that I know about my father is that A, he was the smartest person I've ever known in my life, and B, he put a lot of intention into everything that he did, always. Whether it was work, whether it was doing surgery on animals, working on a vehicle, there was a lot of intention put into it. So I know that there is a lot of intention put into the plasma energy, water, GANs, patches, all of that. And so, again, you have how many of these?
little over a couple dozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, and I want to just cover something real quick.
Of course.
I burned myself last night with steam, and it was right here, and all this area turned red. I immediately got a spray bottle of plasma energy water and sprayed it, and then I sprayed some on a little round cotton towelette and put on there and put a piece of tape around it and left it there. And as you can see, obviously if you have a burn, you're not going to wear a heavy bracelet right next to the burn.
Right.
And there's a little tiny red area right there, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
We had a big hailstorm here the other day. I had all my flowers out, and I could hear it just thundering down. I was going to run out and put plastic on them, and then I reassessed and thought I didn't think I wanted to get beat up by the hail. When it was finished, I could have made a couple snowballs out of what was just sitting on a chair. And I thought, my poor plants. I went out there. I've been watering them with Plasma Energy Station water. Out of all the plants I have, what do I have, Steph? Maybe a couple dozen?
A lot.
I have a deck, but I treat it like half an acre, right?
Right.
So out of all of those, one flower fell off and one leaf fell off. And all the hail that hit did not damage any other plants. So that says volumes.
Yes.
So I want to thank you. This has been all about our Plasma Energy Station. Do you have anything you want to add?
I do not. Once again, you have a
A
couple
little-
dozen of these left.
I
Yep.
do.
Okay.
And please go to our website. It's plasmaenergysolution.com. And if you'll click on blogs and then look down the right-hand side of your screen, you will see lots and lots of information that I've written in blogs. So give me a thumbs up if you've liked this, and do share it with your friends. And thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.